What do we got going on today? My Raybestos brake pads should arrive today. Yesterday I got 2 new rotors and the new calipers, all Raybestos stuff. That was the best deal on Rock Auto, all shipped from the same spot, essentially, except the pads shipped from a different facility, but like the rotors and calipers shipped the same spot, so you save on shipping there. So I ended up going with all that, and it's a pretty okay brand anyway. So we should be able to do the front brakes, and then it's done, essentially. So that's what we got going on. So we'll do brakes today. I might just put these hubcaps on real quick and just see what I think. Okay, so rotors stuck on there pretty good, but we got our brakes, caliper, and bracket off. Got the old line of ice script. Naturally, if you've got a good line that you're going to reuse, don't let the caliper hang by it, and don't do that, because you might risk damaging the line if it isn't already damaged. Also, what I noticed is it was pretty tight here when I had the wheel cranked all the way over. That's not ideal. So we're gonna, hopefully the new line will be a little nicer about that. We'll see. This is what we got. Yeah, we were metal on metal right there, and most of the outer pad is now, all of it has come off. Yeah, that was bad. The inner pad, slightly better for wear, but like also completely trashed. The piston is completely trashed and cracked, and the rubber's all coming off, and yeah, not too good. I need to figure out how these magical springs work. Anyway, it looks like, is that like a 3/8 or a 10 mil or something to get that guy out? Because we do need the bracket here. And then you think you get that out, the caliper will come off. And then a couple clips here, and the shoes will slide off after the caliper's off. Because both the shoes are on the they're embedded to the bracket, not the caliper. Jeez. Yeah, that's oof. Yeah, it's a good thing these are getting done. That's no good. No good at all. Let's see if we can't smack this off. That's my hammer. There it goes. Yeah, I mean, it's groovy, that's for sure. Thickness ain't terrible, but it's groovy. She's rusty. That will be scrap metal, or quartz, whatever turns out to be better. Not good. This was probably our original problem right here, but never know. So, now with that, the caliper appears to come off. Yeah, not ideal. And from there, the brakes should all come off. Just leaves our bracket here. Escalated quickly. Went from doing brakes to, oh, the ball joint's bad, to, oh, I'm in there, I might as well put the new tie rods and the new shocks and everything in. So I had already had an entire set here for both sides for tie rods, shocks, tie rod shocks, that whole deal. Didn't have the ball joints, but I got these on closeout on Rock Auto, replacements for this anyway, so I might as well do it. We're in there. The only thing, I gotta go pick up the ball joints, but when I was doing that, I popped the axle out of the transmission and dumped some fluid, and I haven't serviced this transmission yet either, so I might as well. Now, especially since I'm losing fluid, and that fluid kind of looks iffy anyway, and I knew that, so I might as well do a service on the transmission, drop the pan, put a new filter in it, and put new fluid in it anyway. Riley's got my ball joints, so I'll put those. I'll get those. I'll double check, make sure they've got the transmission stuff. Otherwise, we'll find somebody who does. It's a 4.1 TE, you know, from what 89 or 90 through like 2010, and it's all the same. So somebody's got it somewhere. But yeah, we got the suspension ripped apart there. Ball joint came out pretty easy. Tie rod came out okay. Suspension, it's all, the only thing I got to get off is the brake line. Now I've got really good access to it, which is good. That way I can save on that. It's soaking right now. Yeah, I got a freaking mess over there. Isn't that neat? And I'm gonna just show you guys this side, and then I gotta do the same thing on the other side too. But maybe I'll just have it, you know, a static image, and I'll just speed run it. This will go a little more closely in depth here. I believe the shock that I bought, it's not a full assembly, so I gotta reuse the spring here. I actually had one in stock, along with a new pan. This is the pan with the drain plug in it. That way you can change your fluid without changing your filter so much. Especially on a higher mileage transmission. You want to keep that thicker fluid in there. But this is technically, I bought it for my 05, and I got a full kit of stuff for a kind of an engine refresh for that 05, but I am not going to get to it anytime soon, and I need one now, so we'll just use this. And I think we'll put the new pan with the plug on it, and then we'll save that pan for the 05, because the 05 doesn't have reverse, and it'll end up getting a new transmission, and at that point I might buy another one of these for that. But until I put the transmission, just leave the one that's in it. So we'll use it on this project instead. That's out of my storage. So I guess I just need fluid, and then I need to get the ball joints. No problem there. Alright, got the new brake hose on. Lost that line. I lost the fitting on both sides. They both snapped off. So we got a new small copper piece fit in here. So this is a larger fitting that I just had available. And then the other one's I think that's a 3/8 fitting still up there, but it's like right back here. So you can get in there with a wrench, which is cool, right on the, because the proportioning valve is right here. So the only original line left in the van is the one going from the proportioning valve to the passenger front. So we'll see how much longer that lasts. Oh, I got a feeling it's going to snap off. And that one's going to be fun to run because it's got to go across the engine bay or something like that. We'll see where I run it. the old one is still good, believe it or not. So we're gonna put that back in this box and we're gonna hang on to that. Honestly, the strut bearing and everything, that one had been replaced once, I'm sure of it. But remember when I said that this seemed pretty tight when I was taking it off? Like when you turn the wheel, it was pretty bent. It's because they had the bracket in on the wrong side. Because it's supposed to be on this side. They had it bolted in on that side. So that's cool. We fixed that. FedEx let me down, and I don't got my brake pads. So next thing we're gonna do, we'll put the tie rod in on this side. Probably put the new rotor and let it sit up there, and about all I can do on this side. And then I'm gonna do the other side off cam. Kind of speed run that, get that done, and I'll probably bring you back. We'll do the transmission tonight. Drop the pan anyway. All right, we're looking pretty good. Looking pretty good. Passenger side brakes tell a completely different story. The braking surface is pretty smooth, but look at the thickness on them rotors. That's an older rotor, I'll tell you that much. Look at the pads. Plenty of goodness on the pads, right? Caliper looks fine. No wonder this one wasn't stuck. There's no bushing. So we got the passenger side all tore apart here. Struts out, ball joints are off, tie rod's loose. I haven't twisted it off yet, but looking at the brake line here, and somebody's been in here before. I was like, whoa, that fitting doesn't look right, but it looks all nice. And they had their clamp in a custom hole, and I snapped the bolts off, whatever. But they got a compression fitting in here, so I got the fitting loose from the line, but it won't come free from, like, the fitting won't come free from the hard line. I got it free from the soft line, like junction, but it won't come free from here. So what I'm going to try do, I sprayed it and I let it soak for a little bit. First thing we're going to try is we're going to see if we can't spin the soft line off of the hard line, and then I get access to the front of that fitting and I can probably spray it down a little better. And we're going to try that. Otherwise, we got to see if that compression fitting will break free. That I got more hope for. That I'm not really worried about. We'll try, save that one. We've got all of our suspension done on both sides. So as I look at the driver's side, got our new shock in with the old springs, got new new strut towers and new bearings and all that good jazz. Even got the new plastic strut bellows. Those were on closeout in Rock Auto. We've got new tie rod ends. These are tightened down here. This is all tight here. That's tight. Top's up tight. And then we've also got new ball joints down there. Isn't that fancy? And then we've also got a new soft line for the brakes and a new hard line on the driver's side. And if we cruise on over to the passenger side, same deal here. Got my new shock built, my new strut built. We were able to save, sorry about that, this compression fitting they've got here. This fitting is still seized to the line. I got it to break free here, so I spun this on first and then tightened that down. But we got the new hose on there, new tie rod ends, same deal, new ball joint. These were the same model for ball joint at O'Reilly's, but they were different brands. Like, same brand, different part. If you catch my drift there. The numbers on the actual unit were different. They look slightly different, but they were made for the same purpose, and they both do fit. So that's cool. Now we've got our brakes to do. And I do have a box of pads that just arrived today from FedEx. So we can put those on next. We're looking at our Ray-Besto's brake caliper boxes. Notice they have different part numbers indicating a left and a right. Here's my passenger caliper. Notice the side the slider pin hole is on. And these are the two I got. Isn't that neat? Anyway, these were definitely remanufactured with different kits. As you can see, this one's got a big aluminum-ish steel something piston. This one's got a big ceramic piston in it. This slider, the rubber stays in one spot. This rubber kind of moves a little bit. It's a little loose fitting. This housing's in really good shape. This housing is not, and it wasn't coated properly either, and it had been sitting for a while. Neither of those fit with what we need, but miraculously, somehow, AutoZone in Minneapolis has acquired the front right and only the front right, and they have it in stock. So we're gonna speed run the driver's side and probably go pick it up. So yeah. And also only this one came with the springs, so we're gonna put this one on the driver's side because that one looks like it's in better shape. And I don't know, actually. See, like, I'm not a fan of that, but I guess this one, yeah, this one kind of, I'm not a fan of that. Like that, is that gonna wear out doing that? I might just use this one instead. I might use the ceramic one. It doesn't really matter all that much. Yeah, It doesn't really matter. It doesn't. I got the clips for the one, and I'll get hopefully clips with the new one from AutoZone. But thought I'd just share that. That's gonna be fun dealing with. So yeah, we're gonna speed run some work here, because we may or may not still have time to go get that caliper and still get this job done tonight. Oh boy. So we're officially racing status with these red brake pads. I didn't order them like that. That's just how they showed up. But we got our line in. Apparently one of the lines sent me copper washers that were too small, so I'm going to have to salvage 2 for the other side. But our line's all in, brakes in. Got all of our little anti-rattle pins. These are all up on the top side, it looks like, by the way. I'm sure there's a reason for that, but anyway, that's where they sit. Well, got the brakes done on both sides, got them all bled. I topped off the transmission fluid for now. I don't know how much, I'm gonna get it on the ground and see how much more it needs. I don't remember, or I don't really know how much I leaked out, but I put like half a quart in there at least. Yeah, brakes on both sides are done, and they both work, they release, and they grab, as they should. It was huge step up from where we were previously. I'm gonna get the tires on it real quick, get old gray van and string bean out of the way, and back this guy out, and we'll take it for a ride quick. We'll see how it does and how it operates with functioning brakes. Maiden voyage, take 3 now with all new brakes. So we'll see how this goes. Got 273,515 miles on the clock here. It's about 200 miles more than when I bought it, so we'll see how she does. Got a full tank of gas, charging, oil pressure, and temp looks good. All right. Well, I believe I gotta double check. I think you guys won, and the blue is gonna stay, and not that you can see it, but the blue with the trim rings. I'll have to buy another van for my hubcaps. Anyway, I just took it for a good ride. Took it down the interstate and everything. Motor sounds fantastic. Just check the transmission fluid. It's perfect. Brake fluid's good. Power steering's good. That's got a slow leak. We'll see what we can do, but it's serviceable for now. That high beam is out, but all the running lights are on. Low beams all work just fine. Goes down the road just perfect. I gotta check the air pressure in all these. Otherwise, nice new mirrors work great. All of the new seals, not a whistle, not a blow. Like, you can't hear any air inside the cabin. It's amazing. Better than some of my other vehicles, actually. So that was cool. New windshields hanging in there. Need new wipers. But I stopped the gas station. I scrubbed it down, so it'll be good for a day or 2. Sounds good. It's running good. Went down the highway just fine. 70 miles an hour, no problem. Speedometer is 4 miles fast. So that's saying, let's say that says 75. I'm doing 71 in reality. So keep you from getting a speeding ticket. That's for sure. But yeah, I think I'm gonna take her to work tomorrow. We'll gamble on that anyway. I think it'll do just fine. We do got to change the transmission fluid still. I will do that probably this weekend, maybe tomorrow. We'll see. It's tomorrow's Friday, but I work Saturday, Sunday, so I'll probably do it either Friday night, Saturday night, something like that. So yeah, that's freaking sweet. Glad to have this on the road. I bought it last winter, and I've worked on it on and off all summer. And it's roadworthy now. Does it need more work? Yes, absolutely. But can I drive it around for the time being? Absolutely. So that's frickin' sweet. And I think that'll do it for this go around. Thanks for watching.